Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. I wanted to record my screen a little bit for today's mastermind so I can show you a couple of cool things and cool tricks that I use to share content and share me with the world, as I have been encouraging you to do the same. We have to publish, you guys. I know it's hard and we don't want to do it and we resist it, but I'll tell you, it gets easier. It gets a whole lot easier. Once you start and you just do it a couple times, it actually gets to be kind of addictive, where you have to be publishing all the time or on whatever frequency that you set for yourself. I really resisted and was scared to death to do any kind of publishing. And so I made myself do something every single day, a little something every day to make sure that it happened. Now, I don't know why I'm looking at this screen. Let's find something more interesting to look at. Let's go to my Facebook. Because I publish every day on Facebook in various locations. It's one of my friend's birthdays. I want to remember to wish her a happy birthday. Put a heart on that before I do anything else. I just said in a great big way because I'm pausing my thoughts. So today I want to show you how I produce some of the content that I make. I've already done it this morning, but I want to pop back in and show you the process that I use for sharing my content. Now, I just discovered yesterday that I can actually have somebody do parts of this for me for a very reasonable rate. And so what I'm going to do is outsource a lot of what I'm going to show you today to another party. Now, I'm not going to outsource any of the things that are important to me in terms of I have to create the original content. I will let other people get it transcribed, break it into blog posts, pull out key learnings and key quotable moments that I can use on other social media platforms. But when it comes to commenting, answering questions, building relationships on social media, which is the reason I want to be on all the different platforms, that is all me. I am not going to delegate or outsource any of that. I'm only going to delegate the repetitive things that I dread doing. I'll give you a little look into my life. In the morning, I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I get a little cleaned up. I put on clean pajamas because I'm the pajama grandma, and a robe. And I produce, right now I'm in an extra challenge, so I produce 5 pieces of content. First thing in the morning, every single morning, 7 days a week. And the reason I do it early in the morning is because my house is quiet. There's nobody else up and about, maybe a puppy or a kitty cat, but I can deal with them in my videos. It's loud and people and banging dishes and things that I don't want in the background of my videos because I make my videos at home. I work at home in my pajamas, right? And so I produce those 4, it's usually 4, but right now for 30 days, it's 5 pieces of content. And then I process that content. It takes me about an hour to produce 5 pieces of content. And it takes me another 4 hours to actually process that content. And if I can alleviate, 3.5 out of that 4 hours, and I spend my time just responding to comments or answering questions, that is a much better use of my time than what I'm about to show you. However, I needed to learn and understand and figure out as part of my learning process how to do all these things. Because I originally was going to train a VA to do these things, but now I found a service that can do it for even way cheaper than I could get a VA for. So I'm just going to skip that and do that. Now I know that there are customizable things that I alone want to do that a service won't do for me. So I'm going to supplement those things with my own VA. But again, I'm only outsourcing things that are not my original creation of content. Nobody's ever going to answer questions for me. Nobody's ever going to respond and comment on social media, any of my accounts, as if they were me. Nobody. I'm not giving anyone access to any of that. They can do the behind the scenes things for me, the copying, the pulling out the quotes and things like that, but they cannot, like or respond or do my work because I'm showing up as who I uniquely am. This is all about, I'm talking about building my personal brand and building what I'm trying to create. Each of us are different. If you're just creating a big brand and a big company and you aren't the person behind it, then you can ignore everything I'm saying and you can just outsource all of it. You don't have to be the person that's the expert answering questions and things. But since I'm positioning myself as such, I need to be the one doing it. I can't outsource that. I will admit, back in the day, I tried to hire somebody to write articles for me for my blog posts because I knew I needed to be blogging, but I was too busy running my businesses on a day-to-day basis to actually do it. but I wanted to start doing it. I wanted to start figuring it out. I actually hired 3 different people to do 5 articles each, and I never used a single one of them. They weren't even to the point where I could just edit them and make them usable. I never used any of them. It was crazy. So I learned a long time ago, when it comes to creating content and being in my voice, that's all got to come from me. When I write blog posts, and I've never had any of mine transcribed, so I might find that I do that and I hate it. I might hate having my Facebook Lives transcribed and not want to use them as blog posts. But I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to find out. But for right now, I write my own blog posts. I write my own content. I do my own videos. I don't, guys, I know you can tell I don't script my videos, right? I just start talking depending on what the topic is. And I usually have a topic, and then I just start talking about that topic. And maybe it's because I'm old and got lots of experience that I can do that. And if you can't do that, you need to script your stuff. But I will tell you, there's nothing more freaking boring. I even feel guilty if I look down at my note cards for something, because I dislike watching people read their stuff either off the computer or off of a note card. And part of it is I can't see well enough. I can't do it. I have to just know this stuff, because I can't use anything. I can't see well enough to read anything. So that's been my own personal experience. So let me show you how I process some of these. So let's just go into what I do. Is, because I was afraid to do it, I actually record my videos on obscure Facebook pages. I have probably, I don't even know how many pages. I probably have 10 to 15 Facebook pages. So I picked, when I started doing this, a Facebook page that I was going to record on. So for example, I do what's called the daily scare share. This is the one I've done the most days in a row. I think today was day 233. So 233 days in a row. Yep, 7 days a week. One of my Facebook Lives is the daily scare share. And it's just a little journal type book where I share an activity that stretches my comfort zone, that gets me out of the rut that I've been living in. And I turned that into, to hold myself accountable, I decided I would do a Facebook Live about that every single day. So for 233 days now, I've done that. And now I'll do that on my customers catcher page. That's just an obscure page. So I go into my Facebook account, I go to pages, my pages tab. Then I go to your pages, which would be your pages, not mine. And then these are the pages that I have in there. So I'm going to go to my customer catcher page, because that's where I record this one. Now, I just discovered some mistakes I'm making in how I share my content. And I know as soon as I alleviate this and stop doing it this way, I'll get a lot more traction and a lot more coverage. Facebook doesn't share anything that you put on your pages. I mean, if let's look. When I post on this page, there are, this is my customer catcher page. This page doesn't have hardly any people on it. There's only 78 people and 88 people that follow this page. So this is why I picked this page, because I was super scared to do it. And I knew back when I started, I probably only had 40 people on it, or 20 or 10. And so it was really low risk and not scary for me to start doing these videos on this page. So I find my video. The first thing I do is I look for this little timestamp. You see this timestamp underneath the title? I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to go copy link address. Then I'm going to go to a Word document that I set up, that I do for a couple of reasons. Number one, I went to the wrong one. I have two. I've got that 30-day challenge I'm doing right now. Number one, because I preloaded keywords in here for when I'm going to do this. So the daily scare share, you can see I'm going to highlight. These are the keywords that I put in, and I put them in because they're pretty much generic for every day that I've done this so far. I just picked some keywords that I thought would be good searchable terms for stretching your comfort zone, daily scare share. Now, if it's on a particular topic for the day, like today was about dreams and about, do you have goals or more than one dream that you're working on in your life? So I might add the word dream at the end as I'm processing this. But for the most part, this is my basic core keywords that I'm going to use every time and every place I post this, which you'll see where this comes in a minute. But I then, and this isn't the right day, but I'm going to show you exactly how I do it, where it says DSS 234. 233 is already today's. I've already done it, but I'm going to show you on 234. So I just go Control V. Uh-oh. I did something wrong because that is definitely not the link. This has been happening lately. I've been getting these really weird long links from Facebook. Let's go back. Let's see what's going on here. And this is how it works. Whenever you're doing anything online or processing anything online, Customer Catcher shared a video post. Maybe because that is not the original. That's not right though. Yeah, it is. I accidentally copied. Here's how I knew I made a mistake. The link looked different than it usually looks. So I knew I'd made a mistake. I actually copied a shared notification from Facebook. I didn't go to the original. I want to be in the original because I made this 4 hours ago. That's the one I want to right click on. So I'm going to right click on that, copy link address, go back to my worksheet, and then I would paste it. And I just set up my worksheet. You can see the numbers are the same because that's today's, but I want to walk you through the process. Then I'll come in and I'll delete this. So then I'm going to save my worksheet again. And I'm going to pop back down to my Google tab. Now I'm going to copy this head or the title. And be careful to only get the title, Control C. Then I'm going to double click on this because I want to pull up a different format of it. Now in the upper right-hand corner, after I move myself, you see these 3 dots, click on the 3 dots and you get a drop-down menu. On the drop-down menu, hit Edit Video. Now the reason I copied that, didn't I hit Edit Video? Let me get rid of these so I know what I'm doing. So the 3 dots, Edit Video. Usually it stops me playing so we don't have to listen to me talk in the background. I don't know why it's not letting me edit. It could be because no, it would always let me re-edit. I've already edited this one, but it should still let me into the editing menu. Has anyone else been experiencing weirdness with Facebook lately? I have been having so much strangeness with Facebook and their functionality. It's almost crazy. Doesn't help that it's been stormy here. I don't want highlights. I have no idea why it's not letting me into the edit function. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. Again, this is what happens with technology. Sometimes we just have to figure it out. Edit video. There we go. So the reason I copied that title is because I'm going to go Control V and I'm going to paste it right here. Normally this is blank when I pull it up. So I have this, and I know I should be more creative than have a different title and a different description, but most days I don't because I'm processing this all myself. It takes a lot of time and I need to get it done and get it out there. So I don't do that. Then I need to pick 8 tags. I in my mind I've gotten to the habit of it now of like about the 8 things, but these can't be copied and pasted. They have to be hand typed in here individually, one at a time. So I just pick and write 8 things based on, I usually put in the name of the topic. So daily scare share. Then the book I put in, do 1 thing a day that scares you. Just do it scared, pajama grandma, supersized business, because those are me and my main business that I'm building online. Dream, because today's was about dreams, and then all areas of your life and business coach. I just picked some things that I think people might be attracted to or interested in. Then my favorite part of this is I click on the thumbnail and I get to look through all of the wonderful pictures and I selected a different one and it didn't stick. I don't know why, but I can look at all the pictures and I pick one. I usually will pick one that is interesting or different, even if I look funny in it. So I'll pick a magnifying glass one many times because that's indicative of who I am. I gotta use a magnifying glass for everything. Like this is my new magnifying glass, by the way. It's super exciting. It's got these cool lights. Got it from my sister as a gift. And it's different because all my other magnifying glasses are white with the exception of the beautiful one that goes on a gold chain that my daughter gave me. So I like to pick the coffee cup one just because that's me. I don't know why it didn't save last time, so let's do that. If I have time, sometimes I will add subtitles and text, but for the last couple months, I haven't had time to do that, so I haven't been doing it. I was experimenting with it. I don't know if it increased my viewership or not. I'll have to test that down the road when I get some more help with this. I also can cross post to different pages. So I select all the pages I want to cross post to, and then I click save. I always want to remember that I save this. I'm not going to show you subtitles because they take me a long time, especially, I don't know that this is a longer video, but they do take a while. So why? I had to move me back out of the way again. I'm going to see if I can get underneath that and click the save button, if it'll let me. All right, sometimes I actually, because I make my screen bigger so I can see it, sometimes I actually have to shrink stuff down so I can do what I got to do. I want to keep sharing, so I wonder if I can move this whole thing. I don't think it's going to let me. More. Hide video panel. No. Audio options, video settings, pause recording, stop. No, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to push the save button. I don't want to annotate. I want to get underneath it. That is crazy. Maybe this is why I didn't, oh, there we go. Maybe this is why I didn't save last time. There we go. Just want to get at the save button. All right, then the next thing I do is I download the video. So you click the 3 buttons again, move me, because I'm in the way, and then you click the download video tab and you download the video. This is going to give me an error message because I've already downloaded it. So I will download it, and once it's downloaded, then I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And I'm going to switch to another file because I've already downloaded this. So pretend we're still doing the same one. But then I would upload this to YouTube. I would just grab it down in my download bar and then upload it by dragging it up to the upload button. Now this is the last video that I just uploaded. So I'm going to continue processing this through the steps that I use just to demonstrate to you how I do that. So again, I'm going to capture this YouTube. I'm going to Control C again, and I'm going to capture this YouTube address and put that in my worksheet so that I don't lose that. Again, that's going to go in my worksheet. I'm going to put it, even though it doesn't match this video, I'm going to put it here so you can see how I would do it. So for each of my videos that I've produced today, I've got the Facebook Live link where I produced the original video so I can get back to that if I want to, or have a VA or somebody get back to it to repurpose that content for some reason. And I've got the YouTube video URL as well. So that gives me a lot of options and ways to use that data in different aspects down the road. I'm going to save this. And I'm actually going to delete this right now before I forget. I would not forget, but I'd notice tomorrow that it was wrong, but I might as well just delete it right now. But that's what I do every day. So you can see here's 3 of the pieces of content I did. I do Pajama Grandma, Daily Scare Share, and then my What Am I Up To Now Daily Adventure every day. Plus I'm doing 2 videos for a Supersized Business Challenge and for a Facebook Live challenge. I'm actually in a group, a 365-day video live group, and I think today was day 150 for that group. I was doing a video every day, so I figured why not do that, be part of the challenge. And it's been really, really fun and educational and helpful in terms of knowing what to do. So after I get this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a converter, and I'm going to convert this file from an MP4 video file to just an audio file so that I can upload it and use it for my podcast. So I've got the link, and then I go to, and this is just a free converter. Sometimes it works really well. Sometimes it doesn't work at all, and it drives me nuts. So I'm going to Control V, and it's working. A lot of times it will open up software programs you don't want. Just remember to X out of them, close out of them. Don't do any of them, or you'll be sorry because it puts all kinds of crap on your computer. They actually had naked women showing up on it the other day, and I used a different converter for a couple of days. Then I checked this week, and it's back to kind of normal, so I'm okay with using it again. So then I'm going to download this, and I always check and make sure the link and the title match what I'm doing, because sometimes it'll double click back and I'm on the wrong file, and I've downloaded the wrong file twice before. So you just got to keep an eye on that. So I just let it convert from the MP4 to the MP3 file. It doesn't usually take very long. If it's taking too long, I reload the page because I know that it just needs to be reset and start over. And this is all just because I've been doing it for 5-6 months now, and I figured out how to work some of these weird programs. software programs, all of them get glitchy. They get issues. And a lot of times it might not even be the software program. It might be my internet. It might be all kinds of other things. So I used to get like frustrated and upset about some of this stuff. And now I just kind of am like, okay, what's going on? And if this converter doesn't work, I just go find another free converter online and I use that. Again, today we're getting this weird, sorry, try to download the video downloader. Now see, this is a trick that they're trying to use to get me to do another software program. So I'm just going to refresh this and I'm going to try using it again. Control V, put my link in again and see if it'll work. It might not. I might have to shut it down all the way together and not just refresh it. Yeah, this is the new trick today. And it's almost like every other week they have some new way to try to get you to sign up for their weird free programs. And I'm sure that's how they make money, is they let advertisers advertise their programs on here and they hope people will sign up. I signed up for one by accident and I was like, it messed everything up. So I'm careful about it now. So once it's downloaded, I close this to indicate to me that I've already got it. Then the next thing I do is I'm going into my Libsyn, is my podcasting platform. And I'm going to add the media. So I go to content, and you don't have to know how to do this but they all work in a similar fashion. Add new episode. And it's going to give me a little pop-up menu. I'm going to add the media file. I'm going to go to upload from the hard drive because I've downloaded, this is now on my, I downloaded it to my hard drive. I actually plug the date in here because I do so many videos. So then I just have to click on it in my download file and it'll pull the latest one up right here. So here we go. There's my file. I double click on that. I go to scheduling because I'm going to schedule this to appear at, I don't know what time, but I want to always update the ID3 tags. I don't really know what ID3 tags do, I'll be honest, but I read stuff and they said always use ID3 tags. This creates them automatically for me, so I make sure I always check this little box. Basic release information under release date. I always pick today's date, but I want to pick a different time because I want to spread out. I did finally learn to spread out when I actually post my things. So let's go. I don't have anything at 1 p.m. Let's go 1 p.m. with this one because 1 p.m. on Tuesdays, according to Marie Larson, is supposed to be a great time to do your podcast. Even though this one's too short, it should be 10 minutes or more. I just learned that last week too for iTunes. But for other things, it should be short. For some things, it should be long. There's so much convoluted misinformation and cross information. It's almost impossible to keep track of all this stuff. So then I'm going to go to the social tab. I go back to my YouTube. I copy and paste the description, Control C, and that's what I use for my social tab. And I just am going to copy and paste this in 4 places. I used to do it in 7, but now I've got a different way of doing it. Then I go to my details tab. I put it in the description for both. And the reason I do this, and then I do general, but this is my Supersize Your Business show. So I pick the title of the show that I want it to be. So this is Supersize Business. And I'm going to come back and do the tags last. So that's my big copy. Now for this, for iTunes, you have to take out numbers. They don't like episode numbers in the titles, and they don't like hashtags in the titles. So I'm just going to copy this part of the title, and then I'm going to back out the day number because they don't like those. So then I'm going to go down below here, and I'm going to say that this is episode number 28. Clean, because there's no cursing in it. Sometimes I swear, so I have to put explicit. Pajama Grandma doesn't swear too much, but sometimes she does. She gets passionate about stuff too. So then I'm going to go back up and I'm going to copy that title in the first 2. Again, I'm just using the same exact thing for title and description. Some days and some podcasts, I'll put different things in these. It just depends how much time I have and how creative I am and how easily I want to do this. This should have a good description in it. I haven't done that. I need help to get all of that done. Now I'm going to go back to my worksheet and I'm going to get tags to plug in here. That's why I pre-do these. So again, I preload some tags that I think I want. Control C. And I need to go back and get that link because I didn't put it in here, either one, which surprises me. Here we go into tags, Control V. And this one I might put, what was this one about? I think this was the aha and epiphanies. but this is like my homework for it. So I'm not going to, let's put one more on here because I've got a comment at the end. Let's go epiphany. I don't think that many people know what an epiphany is. And then once that's all done, sometimes I'll go and I'll check the media to make sure that it downloaded right, but usually I'll just hit publish. And if there's a problem, then I just go back in and fix it and redo it. It's just the way it is. All right, I want to check my link because I didn't copy this to my worksheet for some reason. Control C, I copied it to the wrong one. I forgot I was mixing what I was doing. And I want this one. I need the, no, I did it, I did do it. Let me check and make sure. Yep, it's the same. I guess I already did it, never mind. I like to make sure that I do stuff because I don't like when I mess up. Once in a while, I'll forget to paste a link, and then the next day I'll see it, and I'll just go in and I'll go grab it from YouTube or wherever it is that I need it. So that is how I process that data. So I take the Facebook Live that I make in the morning, and I disseminate it all over all different places. I think it ends up going to about 23 or 25 or maybe 27 different places between my Facebook Live, processing it on YouTube. YouTube goes to 7 places. Then my Libsyn goes to, oh my gosh, we should look at my Libsyn because that goes to like 20 some places. And now I'm going to close these down because I'm done with them. But let's look at that. Let's go to the dashboard once. And oh, maybe I have to go to individual ones. I'm almost out of memory. Let's go to, I don't know that I want to go to, no, I don't want to do that. Anyway, it goes to a whole bunch of places. Let's go to destinations. Here we go. So let me just show you some of the destinations it goes to. It goes to 3 different music places and podcast pages. It goes to all these places automatically. When I publish it, on publish, it goes to all these places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15, 16, 17, about 18 different places just from this one piece of content. So do you see why I do this? It's a little work, it's a little effort. Oh, 16. There are 16 publishing destinations. So there's 16 different places that this show goes every time I publish it. So I'm doing that 3 or 4 times a day or at first thing in the morning. So let's, so let's say 20. So about 100 different places are getting a touch point of my content every single day. I think it's worth it. All right, let's get out of some of these. Now that isn't all I do with my, let's save the changes. That isn't all that I do with my content, but that's a big piece of it. I haven't done anything to build my YouTube or any of the places that it goes. So here it goes to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Blogger, Reddit, Tumblr, and Pinterest. My Pinterest too. I don't have anything on my Pinterest except sharing my videos. So I'm just sharing my content out to all these places. Now I need to go in and set up my accounts on each of these places to optimize them for each platform or hire somebody to go optimize them for my use. I'm just going to create the content and start getting people to help me optimize things. I'll continue to maintain control of my posting and my answering questions and things because that's me. I am my own brand for this and I need to do that. But I do need to get consistency across all of my social media accounts. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. So anything else anybody wants to see or any questions, go ahead, put them in the comments and I will be glad to answer them. Let's go home. I am at my 5,000 friend limit in this account. So I'm telling people you just either have to follow me. I kind of wait for people to fall off by natural attrition, but it's not happening fast enough. I did the whole invite people to not be your friend anymore, but nobody unfriended. So that was sort of frustrating. And I don't want to just go in and randomly unfriend people. I think that seems mean. And they've been with me since, I started this account, I think 9 or 10 years ago, whenever Facebook started. So I don't feel like I should just kick people off of it just because they don't, participate or follow my stuff a lot. It doesn't matter. It's like, it's just one other platform. It's maxed out now. So we got to find something else. Actually, I've been doing a lot of cool things on LinkedIn and Instagram, TV. I've started an Instagram TV channel for Supersize Your Business. And that's where I'm doing the 30-day challenge as well. I'm sharing the 30-day Supersize Your Business challenge there. So we're on day 28 today. So that's pretty awesome. There's, of course, going to be a bonus day because I can't ever do a 30-day challenge without a bonus day. I don't know why. It's just fun. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. And then you get to see me in big living color. You can see I've been moving some stuff around in my office and doing some strange things. I've got, it's still in the process of moving. I've got to get that going. Or the ex is not going to be happy with me, but that is life as well. So again, if you have any questions about how I do this, how I share my content, or why I do what I do, go ahead and just ask in the comments below, because I would be glad to help you out with this. Again, I think that if you want to build your business, if you want to supersize your business, you have got to put an element of you into it. You are the secret sauce of supersizing your business. You are the secret ingredient that no one can compete with. People can compete with what you do. Let's be honest. There will always be somebody that can do anything that you do better, faster, more efficiently, more effectively, smarter for less money. There always is going to be. And people can compete with you on your business head to head on that all day long. However, they cannot compete with you and who you are, who you bring to your business. And the way you do what you do is the secret sauce. So make sure that you're communicating that, getting that out there, and being you. Because the people that like you will be attracted to you and want to do business with you. And they're the best people to do business with anyway. The people that don't like you, the people that don't like that I do business consulting and business coaching in my pajamas are not attracted to me. Guess what? They're probably assholes. So I wouldn't want to work with them anyway. If they're judgmental and they're making assumptions based on what I'm wearing, what I look like, if my hair is Phyllis-Dillery or not, or if I have teddy bears in the background and Wonder Woman on the page and I use a magnifying glass, I don't want to work with those people because they're not my people. And you need to do the same thing with your business. I will tell you from personal experience, working with people that drain the life out of you, that suck the life out of you, it is not worth it. It is not worth the few dollars you will make, because in the wear and tear on your body and your emotions and your being, you cannot get that back ever. It's not worth it. It's not worth any amount of money. So just be aware of that. That's it. That's all I've got for today. Go out, make it an awesome day, because every day above ground is awesome. All right, Pajama Grandma out. Take care.